I like to see Trejo and Pasher kind of tucking inside, both playing dual number 10 roles. It'll be interesting to see how they integrate them. Which Colin earlier this week, he was talking about how he's just so good anywhere you put him because he has such a competitive drive.
So you're going to look at Mark Briggs, the 43-year-old, now in his first season here as the coach of Birmingham Legion FC. Of course, the longtime coach of Sacramento Republic up until the end of last season. Sacramento finished 5th in the West. They had the best goal differential in the Western Conference, but lost to Las Vegas in a PK shootout. On the other side of things, the new man in charge of Sacramento Republic FC, Neil Collins, the 41-year-old longtime pro, made that transition from player to manager at Tampa Bay, then across the pond at Barnsley, then Wraith Rovers in Scotland, and now new man in Sacramento Republic. And he wasn't thrilled with that handball call that has given Birmingham Legion free kick here, brought to you by Birmingham Freightliner. Trejo, Kobe Hernández-Foster both looking over this. It'll be Trejo to throw it in front of goal, and a great play by Vitiello to deny that flick at the near post from Mensah.
Yeah. Getting a save early on for a goalkeeper is so important. That little touch and make that save. So watch as this comes through. You'll see, boom, touch, and there you go. He's able to explode and make that save, which is a very difficult save to make, especially as deflection, but he does a great job with it.
So we'll see if they can do that tonight. Tyler Pasher, the interception right off the restart. Pasher still with it at his feet. Laszo might have a go here. He will, and didn't miss by much.
His feet very well, strikes it. I mean, there's no spin on that. It's a great strike, just a little bit too high.
Not a bad effort at all from the Legion FC midfielder. The guy brought over from weeks here over the next 7, 8, 9 days or so. Plenty of opportunities to rack up some points. Birmingham especially, given the back-to-back home games they have here against Sacramento tonight and Oakland coming up on the weekend.
And interestingly enough, when we spoke to both coaches this week about tonight's game, we asked them how important it was, and both of them gave very similar answers of, hey, we're trying to find an identity. We need to establish a culture. We need to reestablish a winning mentality. So it's not a situation where, you know, this is a game of wins and losses, and obviously they want to win, but more importantly, they want the process to get right.
Trejo cuts it back. Damus on the turn, couldn't quite find the target.
Job of all that work, but what I really would have loved right here is Damus gets this ball. Try and pause it here in just a moment. Right there, he could have laid it back to Tyler Pasher, who had walked onto it to hit it.
Smalling wins it back here for Sacramento and ran into a brick wall, and Kobe Hernández-Foster, who starts the break the other way, in front of Damus, who's in on goal, and Damus is denied by Vitiello. What a save. Back the other way comes Sacramento Republic. Vonner trying to bring that down in front of Paterson, can't. Gurr with a bit of space. We're closing it down by Laszo, and that does bring the first half to a close. Scoreless so far tonight between Birmingham Legion and Sacramento Republic. We'll find out soon enough, and Alyssa Nichols gives us the whistle that gets this second 45 underway. And as expected, Birmingham Legion do make a change there at halftime. Moses Mensah off, and the rookie Sebastian Tregarthen is on. The 24-year-old Kavita the header, but only to a red shirt. Here are the first few touches for Parado, and a chance to show off some pace. Parado trying to turn the corner, got the cross away. It'll fall for Gurr, blocked away by Kavita on the doorstep.
I'll tell you what, Parado got around and got into that space, and he's lightning quick, but let's not look away from Paterson was able to close him. Now they have a corner because Sacramento had to head it away.
Martinez drives it. Headed right on top of Vitiello. Turnbull denied. A huge block denies Turnbull from point-blank range. Another driven serve, and this time Vitiello plays it on a hop.
Yeah, Legion FC need to get back, and they need to get organized defensively very quickly. Tabort Etaka on a dead sprint to catch up to Spalding and make him go backwards. Does a great job, and they win possession there. That's really, really good from Tabort Etaka because Spalding could have broke. Vitiello had picked him up.
Running at this back line, Parado, an opportunity. Edwards couldn't get it back to him. Finding touch from Kobe Hernández-Foster.
At this point, you don't want to make any silly errors in this game. You know, you've had chances to win, but you obviously don't want to be so overzealous that you try and go get the 3 points and force something that in turn creates an opportunity for the opponent. A corner here late for Legion FC. We're 90 seconds into the 4 minutes allowed. So an opportunity for Legion FC. Sacramento Danny Vitiello is going to be screaming at all his teammates, stay switched on, pick up your marks, make sure you know what you're doing.
Corner brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Centeno with Pasher by that flag. Centeno delivers. Suarez just a bit too tall.
It's a good ball in from Centeno. Suarez gets up, just doesn't get a lot of pace on it.
Goal kick here for Danny Vitiello and Sacramento. We're through 2.5 of our minimum of 4. Ukaegbu's header only finds Hernández-Foster, who was dispossessed. In behind here from a tight angle. Van Oekel had it covered. Did he have to make a save? Yes, he did. It's out for a corner.
On the opposite side was saying goal kick, but the center referee has given a corner here. Again, this is one of those things you look at and you say, look, could this have been avoided? Matt Van Oekel certainly gets a touch to it. The question is, the ball, is it already out? But it doesn't matter. Opportunity to break here. Tregarthen is wide open. Too many touches from Enzo Martinez there, but you get it to a guy like Tabort Etaka, who's got rapid pace.
Pasher out front of him. Pasher serves. Tregarthen!
I tell you what, that is such a fantastic counterattack from Legion FC. I criticized Enzo Martinez early on in that. He ends up making the right pass, getting it out to Tabort Etaka, who slips in Pasher, who's now in behind the defense, scrambling to get back, because on a corner, Sacramento pushes your big guys there. So Legion FC walk away with 3 points. This is a huge 3 points for them. Neil Collins and his team will feel hard done by after putting together such a great performance on the road in Birmingham to start their road trip.